Tallinn is the most important, no matter who says what. I happen to have an aerial view of what happens, and her dedication, her professionalism, her accuracy, her exactness, her perfectionism is something beyond measure.
I have no idea.
And thank you for what you do. I will say nothing more. There is a small gift for you. I think this is Tallinn, and this is nothing, but we appreciate your work. Thank you very much. If Tallinn gets the first prize for so many years of dedicated work, bringing the news in English, is Florence. She is not involved with the radio only. She has been a cornerstone of the Armenian community of New York or the East Coast. And those of us who are fortunate enough to read her writings know the penmanship she has. And it's a very rare commodity in our community to have that penmanship. One of the most important things we have is the need for people to write. We don't have it. That's why the diocese is after her. That's why Tekian is after her. That's why every single person is after Florence and the likes of Florence. So Florence, God bless you. You've done so long, so many years, with so much dedication. The last time we were at Heritage Finance Gathering, you said, we do what we can do, and if it is appreciated, all the better. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. This is the coffee for Starbucks. Listen, I've been doing this for 41 years. People ask me, each one of you who has been involved in the community knows how difficult it is to survive in our community. People say if you can do it in New York, you can do it anywhere. It's a lot of nonsense. If you can do it in the Armenian community, you can do it anywhere. It's a very, very tough community, but we survive. If we know the community, we learn to keep quiet and find ways out. But Seta Jebejian's participation and originality is something that behooves all the community. We don't know where she gets the material. We don't know how she puts the words together in perfect Armenian. Sometimes in the radio station we listen, we understand nothing. Bravo, bravo. From Diran Ersoyan to Tumanian to ancient bishops, but Seda, Chris, I'm not sure if I'm Canadeli or Ortele. Shader Mesic and Yumpana. Chebuzer I Kizibranina, Canadeli or Ortel. But I'm getting Zoren, Canadian Kerashara. I'm getting over the 41 years, those of us who were following the way the radio works, we're blessed with volunteers. The life of a volunteer is 3 to 4 years. We talk about this with Rafi, we talk about it with Tali, 3 to 4 years. It's a set age, the parents bring them, then they start driving, then there is a senior, and then they're out. We all know these problems. But this year we're really, really blessed with 2 families, the Panosians and the Janikians. And honestly, I'd like to thank the mothers, because without your blessings, nor the husband nor the kid will be at the radio. Honestly. I always think people sit down in circles and they analyze Aska bahban man takniki inche. Aska bahban man takniki inche. Big words. Aska bahban man taknika mermayre. Uremen saliga kitsak okide. Uremen asiga. No, it's okay. This is what Narek later on you can. Janikian, Margaret, I can trust you with this. Listen, now with the so-called seniors passing by, I'd like to move into one more senior. I keep saying, years ago I was sitting in a small office in the basement of some building. Suddenly Rafi comes in. At the time we were not supposed to. At the time we were not supposed to flaunt the tricolor, because if you put the tricolor Armenian flag, but somehow in the basement of that building I had that, knowing very sure nobody will ever see it. Suddenly, lo and behold, this guy, Rabbi knocks the door. Con highest. It was, you tell them how many years ago it was.
It was in 1977.
You put the numbers together and now you know 77. Rafi, I think over the past year as chairman of the parish council of St. Mary's, you realize the difficulties, the challenges you have as leading a community. Not only 20 people, but a community. It is challenging. I personally think you're doing an amazing job. I think your background as a manager helps you tremendously dealing with people. And I wish you all the best. If there is anything we can do, we will do it. You are not getting all these little silly envelopes. You're getting, you know what you're getting, so don't act surprised. Thank you, Rafa.
Extra price.
Who is next in line? Lori. Let's start with Lori. Lori is here. Lori just announced that her mom announced that she got some full scholarship to Montclair University. She's going to major in TV. And I think they're giving full scholarship plus pocket money, plus room and board, plus everything. Car. Lori, this is for you. Do the best you can, whatever you do. Years ago, I gave a bottle to Katya's grandma, and the grandma says, Katya, they got check this out, shisha. So I don't know what it is, but this is what it is. You know, that's what you have to do once in a while. Take it away. Diran is wondering, what am I going to get? Am I going to get something? Diran, I know you're a good drinker,
Jet's
so
helmet.
please leave me alone.
Jet's helmet.
We have upgraded to liquid.
You know, the young people, we promote drinking, by the way. Check. We promote drinking. What if you come here, you get something. Hello. Anush came today at 4 p.m. Should I get wine? and you know, they not manufacture, they distribute they invest in wine in Armenia. Their dad is a big heavyweight. So we said, bring the wine, Anush. Your family, Anush's family is so generous, honestly, in every sense of the word. And we know each other, so we know I'm not exaggerating. Anush, keep the good tradition. Tallinn, you keep on writing. That's all we ask of you. Tallinn, you know, people think that it is a random choice of, let's say, me selecting people to work with us at the radio. Trust me, it's not random. You must have something to give. I know Tallinn has a lot to give. If I were to choose 3-4 people from here, Anush, Tallinn, Diran, Katya, who are immersed in the community, these people are the most valuable thing we have, honestly. You can't, let me just say it now loud so you understand we appreciate you. The most important thing we need are the writers and the thinkers and the shakers who help us move forward. That's what we need. Good, yeah, she deserves it. Who got nothing here? Help me. There's so many things I have. Oh, wait. This year I mentioned the Panosian and Janikia. This year we had a revolution at the radio. Revolution in a sense, technological revolution. Nowadays you come to the radio, everybody's sitting on the chair, they just press the button, the song goes on. In the good old days we would carry CDs and DVDs. Nowadays Serge, I don't know what he does. I have no idea if he does not show up on a Sunday. He knows very well we will not be able to do it.
Radio.
No, yeah, we will do radio, but different path. So Serge has everything on the computers and iPads and iPhones and laptops, and it just goes. Serge Padras. So We are ahead, light years ahead of other minority groups who are still in the blind stage. So you can just imagine.
So I'm making new program.
If I'm exaggerating, Serge, jump in and let me know. Also, next to Serge, they have developed such a good relationship is Raja. Both Serge and Raja are amazing qualities of parents. They're excellent dads. And Danegan Draken, and Daniki Draken. That's all I can say. And their bond, they have the same values, they take care of the children, they know Rome was not built in one day. It takes a while to nurture the kid, to make them realize their potential. Serge is the one who has upgraded our video production into a professional way. Haracha, okay, they're brothers. But Haracha, he knows that it's Haracha. And he comes with his tripod, with the cameras, with the lenses, with lights, everything, and takes what has to be taken quietly, gives me the SD card, and we work together, blah, blah, blah. So, Haracha, you're the best. Thank you very much. Now, Haracha was with Margaret got the envelope for the family. You got for the family. I knew there was one person. No, kidem over. Monica, kidem. Monica is here. She is not in. You don't doesn't want to go. Okay, I will bypass it. No matter what he says, this is something small for you. It's a coffee break.
Thank you.
We're trying to recruit you into the radio.
Obviously, it's nice to be reminded. When Serge came to the radio, and lately, over the past year, we put everything on the computers. Today, there are only 2 people in this room who know how to man the radio. Only 2 people. I should guess who they are. They're that young lady over there and the gentleman next to her. They're Nora and Nare. Only 2. Yes, čempion. Angerc, a сега нор по-похочунер гордеру деца. Што гаремо рекира? Јев миш ирекин компјутер ирек челлани ес да пред северов градам дел. Ајц ајц нор северов ирекин да се гуер да сам. Very nice. Што радале кирек. Ангер, thank you. Nora.
Adin Kocha.
Sva se to na rika avricika me pa. Nora, this is I know, but that's all I'll take. This doesn't matter. I don't know. These are like Listen, everybody reminds me of Adi. You know that I could have done nothing without her. Honestly. We are past that stage of clapping and applauding being recognized. We're way past that stage. We struggled, we did what we could do, we understood each other, she supported me. Even today, I'm in the other room, immersed in whatever I am immersed, whatever. So her patience, her support, her being there, she's been a constant in my life. And really, all that and much more, I remind her every day. You want one of these? Here, take it. This is left over. Oh, that is, yes, that's good. I hope I forgot nobody. You want something? Okay, just Oh.
Thank you, Vartan, for leading us.
Yay! We are with a supporter, good friends. By the way, Mr. Harry Tofani says hello to all of you. I spoke to him 2 hours ago. He's in Florida, you know, and he has his own headaches over there, business moving forward. but he says he would have wanted to be here. That's his blessing. This year, I spoke to some people. I have in mind to organize a trip to Jerusalem by subsidizing the tickets. I don't know what is subsidized, maybe $25 or $30. No, but if we can do it, we will have to think of a date and see how we do it. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's very expensive, but maybe we could do something. Okay? And we always think of creative ways. And Tallinn has agreed once a month, almost agreed, not Doria, once a month we are going to have a panel discussion of issues related to Armenian affairs. And she will be the director or host. Moderator, director or host. Tallinn said, I'm not going to do it alone. Tell
No, I said we should have a photo.
We'll have to talk about this thing. As long as you bring the wine, we will
Wait, we
be.
should do that.
Huh?
That's a good idea.
What?
That's your spin. Have wine, and the guests can drink wine, and then you'll get a lot of good sound bites.
I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're on your own. I repeat, thank you, Haishuk, thank you, Florence, thank you, Jebejians, Janikians, Panosians, Cupelians, Florence. Horen was, oh my God, we did so many things to surprise Horen today, and only this afternoon he said he cannot make it. It's his 80th birthday in a few days, so we wanted to do something that we felt good, but we are thinking of it. Absolutely right. So,
We can sing happy birthday and we can send a video to him.
all right, that's a great idea. We would like to wish Horen happy birthday. Horen, we are taping this for you to express our appreciation for all you do, and we are together going to sing for you happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Florence. Happy birthday to you. There's at least one person I'd like to mention who's not with us. I hope she will feel better. Rafi's wife, Kate. All I'll say, we wish her the best. That's all. Who else was not with us who could not make it? Armen is in Wisconsin, wherever he is. Wisconsin? Minneapolis. No, ang kaman, Mississippi ko man. Wala na yun. So he is representing Rutgers University, student government body. We're proud of his work. And good. I'm a panlave. I should possibly say to me.
Yeah.
Now the action picks up.
Well, I don't have a speech prepared, but we Haisups like to speak when we are given the opportunity. So a couple weeks ago, Florence, of course, is a very good friend, very involved at the diocese. She said, would you like to go to the radio program's Christmas event? And I said, well, I kind of feel uncomfortable crashing, this party. I have to confess, due to my schedule and my travels, I've never even heard your station. So I have to So for that I apologize, and I hope I will have an opportunity to listen to it. But I can relate to the Amen?
The programs are archived.
Yeah, right, of course. But I can only admire the camaraderie which I witnessed here under Barton's leadership. It is really remarkable. People of every generation in the community, from all different backgrounds, from Hayastan, from Haleb, from Beirut, Ishkidam, America High. They all come together because of the fun you have, this wonderful friendship you have. And to hear that you've been around for 40 years, you must be very... Çocuk değil, I mean.
10 years old.
That's very impressive. And when I was the priest back in the 90s in Cleveland, Ohio, we have a radio station there. And it's every Sunday. Not only did I crash the party, but I...
But it's always wonderful to be with the radio family. For me, it's a family. And to be with people who have dedicated themselves. It's not easy, and we all know this, to do it week after week after week, to be on time, and to pick out the news that you feel is most appropriate for the people to hear. It's not an easy thing, it takes hours, but it's something I look forward to every single week, doing it, and I feel that without it, I just don't feel complete. So thank you very much for all the camaraderie, and we'll be back again, God willing, with house show.
We will put you in the mailing list, Haji. Seta Khatrev. Haji.
Okay.
Sabes, շնորհավոր խոսք գագեսե թե հայուն փոքրիկը հին հայն է միշտ վարքով ու փառքով։ Մեր նոր սերունդը երբ որ գիտենք թե ինչպիսի ծնողներ ունեցած են։ Այս տարի երբ 20-ը նահանջ տարի է։ Գսենք թե նահանջ տարին ընդհանրապես շնորհակալության քովքեր հյուսելու տարի է։ Հաղթանակի տարի է։ Արավել հաղթանակի գողքին նաև ելան հուսախապություններ։ Հուսանք այդ հուսախապությունները մեր հայրենիքի թուրը չզարնեն, որովհետև արդեն քովի շենքը սկսած է այրին։ Պետք է շատ աչալուր չլանք, լավ թադողություն ունենանք և փորձենք մեր դունը հաստատ պահել։ Եվ այդ հաստատությունը պետք է լա միասնապար, աջակցելով։ Երբ որ դունդ կրագի շատ մոտ է, մեկ հոգի չէ որ պիտի աշխատի, այլ ընտանիքի ամեն անդամները ցերկի դված պիտի փրկեն քու դունդ, քու անձնական դունդ, որում մեջ գաբրիս ազատ անգախ։ Այդ ազատությունը շատ դժվար մենք ցերկեցինք։ Մեր նախնիները այնքան 4 տար շարունակ եւ ավելի դարավեցան, եւ հայը միշտ գորակամակ քալեց։ Երեսին ժպիտ չկար, անորամար միշտ կսեն թե հայի ու աչկեր, տխուր աչկեր, և մենք չենք ուզեր այդ տխուր աչկերը մեր նոր սերունդ ունենա, մեր նոր սերունդը պետք է լավ գրթված, գիտությամբ լեցուն, ինքնավստահ և գիտնա իր իրավունքները պաշտպանել, և այդ իրավունքների պաշտպանությունը պիտի լա արդար թադողությամբ, իրար հետ գործակցելով, ոչ թե թշնամի լա իրավունք։ Գաղութենք, որ նահանջ տարին մեր բոլորին համար փեր է խաղաղություն, երբ որ եղբոր դունը գայրի, քրիստոնեական բարդականություն դե ու սեփական դունետ առաջ վազել եւ փրկել եղբորը ընտանիքը, եղբորը դունը։ Այնպես որ մենք սպիրկա հայերս միշտ պաշտպան պիտի գանք մեր հայրենիքին, որտեղ առանց հայրենիքի մենք ոչինչ ենք սպիրկի դարածքին։ Խնդրեմ մեր բոլոր ղեկավարներն, որ երբեք նկատի չառնեն բզդիկ թերություններ, այլ քնահատեն դեվական օգտագործություններ, որոնք պիտի ունենան մեր գուսակցությունները, մեր համայնքը։ Նոր դարին բոլորիդ համարը լա հաջող դարի, հուսախապություններ չունենան, որտեղ մեծ պետությունները արդեն սկսած են ծրագիրներ մշակել աթորագալության, դնդեսության և անիգա շատ մեծ դարաբանք պիտի դա բոլոր մարդկության։ Եվ այդ մարդկության դարաբանքեն հերու մնանք այլևս, որովհետև շատ դարաբեցանք և գաղութենք, որ մեր երդասարտները հաստատ քայլերով քլուխնին բարձր քալեն եւ հբար դլան իրենց հայությամբ։ Վացկենիք կդարձեր բոլորին։ Մանավանդ
This is the set that we hear on Sundays at 3 p.m.
This year has been quite a year, or last year has been quite a year for me and the radio, because the two significant things that happened that really were meaningful for us being at Times Square every April 24 to remember and not to forget our genocide came to fruition in the Congress and Senate. And I was really moved that our leaders like Anush's dad and the Knights and Daughters of Bartan and the ANCA and all those organizations that were behind this recognition did not give up. And I thought this was quite an achievement because, to be honest with you, the last 2 years I've been like saying, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And it's the same thing over and over. And I'm glad I learned something new from our leaders who were heading that effort to say that we should never forget the cause, we should never forgive or forget the history, because it's the history that teaches us how to be right in our future. It's something that I see in the young people who have joined us at Times Square, and I am hoping that we impart this education to them so that when there are causes similar to this in the future, that they would be as strong as our leaders that never quit, okay? And the one person that's never quit is Vartan. 41 years, Vartan and Adi have led the radio program, and I think this is a noble Zohoutun. It's a sacrifice of their entire life to be at the radio station every Sunday. And I really appreciate what you've done for this group and prior groups, the many who are not here, who are no longer with us, and who were inspired by your leadership, Vartan. Thank you very much.
Back in New York area, just your overall impressions or
Oh, I have to stand. Okay, I'll share a personal memory of how I became involved with the Armenian radio program. I was in the 5th grade, and I remember there was a trivia question on the radio hour, and the answer was Aram Khachadurian. And I had just written a report about Aram Khachadurian from my music class in my American school. And I remember I told you that, and you invited me to come to the radio hour, and I'll never forget, I was 10 or 11, and we came as a family, and we took photos in the studio, and it was such a special experience for me, for you to extend that invitation, and to create that bond at such a tender age that has carried on for decades. And not just for me, but for so many of the young Armenian American generation that wanted to be involved in the community, and you found a way to so seamlessly bring them in and to tie them in a way that was different than what the role of the church or the role of the cultural organizations. And I see that until today. I mean, you have this gift of bringing together this community. Everyone here, I really like what Florence said, is a family. And I know I served after college, and I've been on and off, in between my own projects and my own work, and I come here today and I feel like it's as if none of us ever parted. So what you have done is, invaluable to our community, and we're all so grateful that you have presented us with these ties together, and you have given us this gift. So thank you very much, Vartan, and all of you who have served to bolster this community and this radio program. It really is a special gift. Thank you.
Dushini.
Listen.
Let's make a gerner, hajagneli, tohayotkini, mezadushini, hartan mayhohi, arevishori, kinin barkevo, ayos kavohi, hartan mayhohi, arevishori, kinin barkevo, ayos kavohi. Yasin, let's make a gerner, hajagneli, tohayos kinin, mezadushini. Let's make a gerner, hajagneli, tohayos kinin, mezadushini.
Attention.
So inappropriate. That is not how it happened. At all. I nudged Vartan and I said I would prefer not to speak tonight. But clearly the opposite happened.
He did not hear not.
Yeah, he did not hear not. I was surprised when I received this invite because I have not been as involved in the radio over the last year and a half as in years past. My work schedule and my life schedule has been a little bit different than it was before. However, there's some good news. My schedule has changed a little bit, so I will be a little more involved, maybe moving forward. But like Tali said, the radio hour is like a family, and you can drop in there anytime if you've been involved in the past or you're currently involved, and it's just like you never left. Vartan brings you back to the microphone, puts you on the soundboard, tells you do this, do that, and you handle it, and you just feel like home. And it's great just kind of giving back to the community as best as we can. Some of us have the opportunity to give back to the community every day through what we do, and some of us have the opportunity to give back once, twice, once a week, once a month, maybe once every few months, and anything that we do is rewarding, and that's 100% through the vehicle that Vartan has driven, has repaired, has put out there for us to jump into and drive with, and that's for each and every person here, whether you're involved on a low level, high, mid level, or high level. So thank you to Vartan and thank you to everybody here for what you
do. We really have a very strong representation of the community. We also have the president of the Armenian International Women's New Jersey branch. Margaret, tell me who you are. And also, please say a few words.
Iowa.
Margaret,
The secret is out.
Iowa, New Jersey. Iowa. Loud.
I don't know if this has anything to do with Iowa, but I am a proud Armenian American woman, and so proud to be among such beautiful and successful women, and to be just in the presence and friend circle of the Armenian Radio Hour. All of you are amazing people, and I couldn't thank enough to Adi and Vartan for allowing us and our family to be a part of your family. So from the bottom of my heart, which is pretty deep, I want to say thank you to all of you for welcoming all of us into your lives, and allowing strong women to find a place on the radio. And they hear us. And I know they hear us because I hear you, and they must hear you too. So God bless you all. Thank you. Okay. So before, I guess, Adi came into our lives, into all our lives, Vartan was the deacon over at St. Mary's. So I was a baby, okay?
She was.
I was literally a baby, and Vartan would come over our house with Father Husik, rest his soul, and he would come in and just be a part of our family. So if we could look back on it and say how our lives would intertwine as adults, I would never have been able to predict this in any of my wildest dreams. And then when we met Adi, that just sealed it, you know. So, but we go back, and now we just move forward. So we're not going back; we're moving forward, and that's the direction we're going. So that's what it's all about. Thank you.
Margaret's parents are Ara and Rosemary Akians. They've been very, very involved with the church, and anytime they could help anybody, anything, anywhere. Oh yes, it's all. There's no end. Her mother's written books. It's just a long history. But thank you, Margaret. Thank you for sharing with us that little angel. I forget her name. Nora. A year and a half ago, I got an email. Dear Mr. Abdul, blah, blah, blah. It's an email, so you don't know. It's a 5-year-old writing it. It's a 50-year-old writing it. You don't know. But it gave me the impression at least it was college graduate. At least. So I would like to join the radio, blah, blah. I was, please, why don't you come and visit us one day? That's why I tell everybody. Come and see what we do. So she came and said, did you write? She said, this little girl. And she told me she was a junior when she was a freshman. She told me she dates guys and she was not even going out.
Secrets coming out.
But thank you for sharing, Nora and Aracha with us. Thank you.
I just told her I don't believe that.
There's this guy I spoke to you about. I'm just strangling him. His name is Serge. Go for it.
Mēs gan love panera, love hoskera, hosvetsan. I just wanted to say, repeat what Tallinn, what Rafi, Florence, everybody said. You lead us by example. Thank you. It's not only for us that we thank you for that, but as parents who want the best for their kids, we want our kids to remember someday that our parents at that time did this good thing, or they had this good example like Rafi was talking about. We want us to remember the times that we had here and how you led this community, let's say, the way that you did for 40 years, and have the patience in their lives, personal as well as professional, to have the patience for long-term achievement of their life dreams. Thank you for that.
Tallinn, I said so many good things about Tallinn. If she could only tell us how many hours she puts each and every week.
I don't know.
I told you, Tallinn is a different category of the volunteer groups we have. Tallinn, send that comment. So stand up.
Yeah.
That's it.
No. Oh, Adi, no. Adi Jagannath Mornar.
You can also tell the process. You said Rafi, Mafi.
Where's the text? Oh, Rafi. What process? Newsletter? We have a team. Yeah, we have a team of 3 for the newsletter. Vartan, Rafi, and I. And the 3 of us actually Rafi and I every Thursday have a little chat. Tonight or tomorrow night? Tomorrow night.
What time?
Yeah, we have very boring conversations. And Vartan will say, what's my deadline this week? Friday, 5 p.m. So we have weekly conversations between the 3 of us. But it is a pleasure to work with all of you here. It really is. It's a lot of fun. It's hard work, but it's really a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. Very rewarding. But what I want to say is it's Vartan's birthday on Sunday, and let's all sing happy birthday to Vartan.
Oh, let's sing together. Happy birthday to you. There's no running away from it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you. You have to. You're the star.
I have to.
You have to because you're called upon. The cameras are rolling. You're on live TV. Pamba said, "Is the Pamba?"
I don't have much to say besides what's already been said. I really do enjoy working at the radio every week and working with Nora and you and everyone else, and I just want to say thank you for all that you do.
We have to put him on the spot though. What do you like most?
Oh my God.
What do you like least is coming too?
He likes most when I'm not around. Nora.
That's
Go,
snapping
Nora.
his fingers.
You're good. You will say it.
Okay, Roxanne, I want to thank you for a year and a half of inviting me to the radio station. It's really been fun meeting all these new people, and I'm really thankful.
Good job.
Thank you, Roxanne, for having me today. I don't know, as like everyone said, you know, it is a family, and I've been part of it for, I don't know, it's a very long time. I'm not gonna say how long now, but I enjoy being your backup now, as you know, when everyone else is on vacation. I like it because then I can play whenever I want. But yeah, thank you to everyone, and I actually have been surprised the last few times that I came because the technology is actually way past me too.
Absolutely.
But now it's great because now I know I can bring it on my phone and I don't need your CD. Thank you.
Funny? What do you mean I'm funny? Funny how?
Too bad to say.